Hi you guys, welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we're going to be unboxing my ALC and my Yarnable. ALC for the month of July, Yarnable for the month of August. So I'm very excited to share with you guys what I got in my packages. So I'm not sure what my upload schedule is going to look like. I know tonight, which is Tuesday, I will be uploading my Arkansas Yarn Company Sock Yarn Society subscription box review series video for this month. I don't know if this is going to go up on Thursday or Saturday. Just a quick chitty chat about what's going on. So we did just get our move dates for when we will have our stuff packed and moved from Charlotte to Columbia. So that is going to take up the bulk of the middle of the month of September for us, just on trying to coordinate those two events. Plus we will be able to, we have access to the new house as of the 30th of August. So it's going to be a very busy next couple of weeks. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's going to be a little bit of an adventure for us, but it is what it is. We're going to roll with it. It is what it is. So I'm not sure. I'm going to the Southern Comforts Fiber Market Friday, the 11th. And like I said, I'm filming this on Tuesday. So we will have videos associated to that. I believe Tuesday, I'm going to try to edit and upload kind of my vendor share. We may have to split that into two this year, as we do have far more vendors this year. But I do want to really give you guys a deep dive of the variety of different things that will be available. I am going to be arriving a little bit early, so I'll be able to get some footage before things start picking up and people start getting in there shopping. So hopefully I will have some really good things for you guys to share with you. I am very much looking forward to it. I cannot wait to get my hot little hands on some new purchases, as I'm sharing with you guys my monthly purchases today. But I don't know what that's going to mean for my upload schedule. I am hoping to still have a show and tell that will have come out previous to this, but if this is coming out on Thursday, we may not have a show and tell this week. I just don't know what to expect. So I always tell you guys, I never know what to expect in general, but at the same time, like, I really don't know what to expect at all right now. So I shared with you guys last week in my show and tell what my ALC included, but I did want to once again recap and share with you guys what we got in the ALC real quick. I am trying to keep everything nice and neat and organized because I don't want to lose anything. So we got a Powerful Hydration Lips little sample. We got a super mega precious, is that the back or the front? Nope, that's the front. Okay. Little lollipop stitch marker, progress keeper. And we got a macaron little storage case. The yarn this month, I mean, could we have a more Carrie yarn? I mean, that's literally pink, aqua, and purple are my colors. Here we are. So this month's colorway is Cotton Candy with Sprinkles, which I think is an absolute perfect name. And I just, once again, like, another dog walker. There is a couple that has a basset hound and a golden retriever, and they stay out on their balcony a lot during the day. So every time another dog comes out, I can hear them barking, and it's really, really funny. So you guys know I love speckled yarns. I love the visual texture that gives any finished project, whether it be knitted or crocheted. But I really love speckles on color. I love using that to carry, like, I love using speckles to carry the colorway all the way through the entire yarn. I think it just adds so much dimension. So we've got, pink speckles in the blue and purple. We have purple speckles in the pink and blue. I mean, how could I not be in love with this? I mean, it's just straight up my alley. So anyway, that is the quick and the quick of the ALC. Get my label back on here, and I'm gonna stick this back in the bag so I don't misplace it. I do want to keep things together. Unfortunately, like I told you guys in the show and tell last week, I do not have my previous month's ALC and Yarnables with me, so I'm not able to do these months would go together perfectly, but I know like the February Valentine purple yarn, this would perfectly go with that and the one from Yarnable because those coordinated brilliantly. So I know like that would be an absolute amazing combination. I know a number of you guys do get the ALC and the Yarnable. So this would be another one where like the Some Bunny, that was the Easter, I guess that was April's yarn. This would go with that. And then it would also, there's I think it's the December yarn of 2022 ALC that also coordinates with. This would also coordinate with the more parrot colored way that we got. This is kind of like the muted version of that like more parroty looking colorway that we got a while back. So once again, this perfectly coordinates with a number of the yarns that we have gotten. I just can't remember which month was which. I will have links in the description box to both of these companies. I believe by the time this is uploaded, the Yarnable will already be, or was it ALC that was open? One of them was just open, and I believe the subscription will be closed for that. But do get on the waiting list for these boxes if you are interested. They do periodically have openings where they can slot you in if you're on the waiting list. So if you are interested, definitely get on that waiting list. So this month from Yarnable, once again, we've got the type of pencil bag that I just love. I've gotten these on Amazon. I've gotten these from scrapbooking companies too. I don't know why this style bag never seems to jam. The zipper always works. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why, but I'm mighty appreciative of having a lot of these. I use these to store my ephemera for card making and scrapbooking a lot. That way I can just kind of like thumb through and look for the theme I'm looking for. We got another ruler slap bracelet. I love these. These are so handy to have. You can snap these on the handle or the key holder of your project bag. So it's a very cute little design. You can also obviously hold it on your wrist as it is a slap bracelet, but you've got a couple of inches there, a few centimeters there that you can work with. So if you're trying to like measuring socks, trying to get the length of your sock right, I do love these. I think they're great to keep in your bag. It's one of those easy to keep tools. I also keep a cart nearby, so you know I can easily, you know, well, of course I can't quite get around the bag that's there, but you can slap this onto your cart if you have a cart with a bunch of projects on it, and that way it's always at hand. I love making my tools easy to access and readily available for usage. So I told you guys we got one in the ALC last month. I told you guys then, I think these are a brilliant thing. I would have never thought to make a ruler because these used to be made on tape measures. So I would have never thought to make a ruler one, but I think it's absolutely brilliant. Whoever came up with that deserves like the Crafter's Peace Prize or something like that. Up next, we have a needle minder. So this is a magnet. I know a lot of quilters who use these, but if you're weaving in a bunch of ends on something, you can pin this to your garment or to your bag or whatever you're working from. And you can put your needle there and hold your needle. A lot of quilters like using these, and I know a lot of seamstresses or sewers. I hate saying sewers. That's so weird. I know a lot of tailors and sewers who are starting to use these more and more, especially when they're trying to hand hem things. I think this is another one of those just like brilliant inventions. I did, when I was sitting here, want to see, no, these are aluminum. If you have a magnetic capable cable needle, this would also be really great if you were doing cables and trying to hold on to your cables. But it's just a flat back magnet, so it doesn't destroy your garments or clothing or whatever you're pinning it to. Once again, it's one of those so simple but so brilliant kind of things. They're also, I like using these when I'm traveling with projects and weaving in a bunch of ends. I do tend to travel with like my squares and stuff, but this month's theme is sunflowers, so ours is a sunflower. But I just think that's, you know, I don't know how people have this type of ingenuity and creativity to come up with things like this. And it always amazes me when I find products like this that are just clever. These are just clever. I know people think it's weird when I say, oh, that's clever. It's a compliment. Genuinely, to impress me with your cleverness, that is a compliment. So we got these cute little sunflower buttons. And it says, you can color me. Which I think, once again, that's adorable. I will leave mine plain. I will not color mine, but I think it's beautiful. So, I'm always telling you guys, you know, like there are certain companies that just do colors that are just your color palette. So like Nikki with ALC, she just always seems to dye my color palette. We have very similar taste in color, so a lot of her stuff is right up my personal alley. One of the things I love about getting my Yarnable is some months they're not colors I gravitate towards, but I have never been disappointed in what I have gotten. And this month is one of those, not what I would have expected me to like. But, like I said, the theme is sunflowers. And this is definitely an autumnal sunflowerish yarn. Now, I do really love the copper and gold colors that Cheryl uses in her dye work. I don't know why that gold, Maisie gold, always looks so inviting and enticing. We've had it in the one I got right after I finished reviewing this. It's like, it's got the gold speckles and it was like gourds and it had teal in it. That same gold color is in that yarn. It also is in the Bougie New Year yarn from a while back. I've just always been very drawn to her gold color. I even purchased her butternut squash yarn when she put that up in the shop. And that's a very similar color to this as far as the palette used. But I just absolutely love this. And I don't know how well it's reading, but the yarn itself in most places is almost like a soft butter yellow. It's not, or it's reading soft butter yellow versus like a cream or a true white. So it's like it was soft dyed in that butter yellow, and then the speckling and dyeing occurred over the top of that. Like you can almost see like there's the white kind of hiding in there, and then you see that butter yellow kind of popping through. It is gorgeous in person. I would never have, like, that's just not what I'm going for when I pick a color for myself normally. But now I keep thinking like, ooh, this goes with that. This goes with that. Oh, that would be a really pretty like fall shawl palette to do like a big variegated shawl. And inside of all this, you know, we have this beautiful, it's not quite olivey. It definitely broke into like citrine and emerald color, but the green that's in here, when it mixes with the brown, it kind of gives like a soft olive hue, but on its own, it's almost like a, once again, a Nile green kind of color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I once again, I love speckles. I love speckles played with color. And we have like big speckles, little speckles. And then we have the tonally yellow hue that kind of runs throughout this. Once again, not something I would go out of my way saying, oh, I need a yellow in my stash, or I need another fall color in my stash. But for some reason, you know, when we do get these not at all my go-to color palettes from Yarnable, every single time that happens, I'm like, oh, that's nice. I like the way that works. And once again, that copper brown that she uses with that gold, it's just to die for. So if you are more of an autumn color palette person, you know, once again, the diversity in the color palettes we're getting from Yarnable is very wide, but they all coordinate to previous months as well. So this would, like I said, it would go with that turquoise and gold yarn. It would go with Bougie New Year. And there was another time where that gold showed up in one of the March boxes. And I think these would all blend together once again in a beautiful shawl. So if you do have a number of Yarnables, go back through your stash and look for things like the Bougie New Year. There have been a couple of times where this brown has shown up, the green has shown up in the March yarns, and then the gold has shown up a couple of times. So you could very easily start to build like a full palette for yourself using these yarns. Like I said, this is like that buttermilk or butternut squash that I got last year, and it's just so yummy to look at. I haven't done anything with it yet because I keep looking at it going, oh. But, you know, if this is your first time watching me unbox my Yarnable and my ALC, we also have beautiful purples and pinks and magentas that we've gotten. You know, there was a flamingo theme yarn that was, you know, 100%, you know, a Carrie palette. I'm always impressed when it's not one of my preferred color palette style yarns, how in love with it I instantly am, because I'm just immediately like, ooh. Cheryl also does seem to frequently dye seasons. So as we're coming into the fall and transitioning into the fall season, we have a very autumnal yarn. We'll start seeing some more like icy colors and blue colors as we get closer to winter. We have a lot more vibrant floral wildflower type colors that come in the spring. In the summer, we do tend to get a lot more of those like bright, beachy, something more similar to like I just was sharing with the Arkansas Yarn Company. We'll start seeing more colors like that in the summertime or leading into summer. So once again, Yarnable, if you're looking for something where you're getting yarns that kind of indicate the season we're in, they tend to be very seasonally appropriate with the color palette. I love it. I mean, I 100% am paying for my ALC and my Yarnable on my own. I reviewed both of these companies, fell in love, and decided to continue ordering from them. I know there will come a time where I can no longer justify the price and cost, because it is a lot of money that I'm spending every month on these for my own personal gratification and enjoyment. But I am going to pretend like that day is nowhere near, and I'm going to continue loving every single box that I get, because they truly are absolutely beautiful every single month. So when I get situated into the new house and I have access to I already have these in separate bins. When I have access to those totes and bins, I will try next month to remember to do a color palette match with these, as well as next month's yarns. Or actually, I guess it'll be October before I have access to those. So I will try to backdate and remind myself that in October, I do need to, if these are out, do a comparison and show you guys some of the color combinations that are possible with this month's yarn and next month's yarn. But once again, they knocked it out of the park. I know I say that every single month, but every single month I am so incredibly happy with both of these subscription boxes. So I don't know what else to say. Anyway, you guys, as always, I love you. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Please bear with me as I have no idea what order or content order or anything else is going to happen between today and probably the 1st of September. So I love you. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Please take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.